Hey, this is Gavin James, and you are watching Toasted. Ah.
Hey, of course I delved into your Twitter accounts and your Facebook, and a beautiful picture of you playing in Norway when like a blizzard set in. What's the story behind that?
That was mental. I had never really. It was gorgeous. Yeah, it was freezing. It was gorgeous though. But we did the sound check during the day. It was like 2 o'clock in the day, and I remember it took like half an hour to do sound check, and like I couldn't even feel my face. Like it was just so much snow. It was so cold, and like at least I think on the actual show part it was only 2 songs, and it snowed, but it was like nice. It wasn't like like my hair wasn't like that way and this way and this way, So it was nice. But yeah, it was gorgeous. Like the people,
How did the crowd react? For them it was normal, of course.
it's normal for those guys, because I was like fucking freezing, like. But it was great, man. I hadn't expected it because I looked at the schedule. I was like, oh, we're doing TV in Norway, great, awesome. Hadn't done like that much stuff in Norway before. I can't wait to go. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be snowy. Santa's there. It's gonna be amazing. But I didn't know it was gonna be like that because it was on the main street and it was like I don't know, like 5, 6, 8, I don't know how many thousand people were there. There was lots of people, and yeah, it was very cool. I wasn't expecting that on a Sunday. You'd be doing worse things on a Sunday, like.
Isn't it surprising? I mean, of course, like you're successful. People love you. Your music travels all over the world. But of course, you get to see stuff that you never imagined, right? I mean, just playing in Norway is weird. But do you have any more weird scenes that you never knew that were there?
I never knew we were there. That was one of my favorite. That's definitely my favorite part of the year so far. I think just because I wasn't expecting it, I thought it was gorgeous. I even said it at the thing. I was like, "This is the most beautiful gig I've ever seen in my life." Yeah. But it was so much fun doing that. But I think the one thing that really blew my mind last year was I did Croke Park with Ed Sheeran, and it was insane, man. It was one of these places. If you play, it's huge. Like I don't know, it's just lots of people. A lot of people fit in that place.
And it was just you with your guitar playing there?
Yeah. So it was me and the guitar, and pretty much.
Actually, I mean, that is probably the purest form in music that you can have. Like, such a massive crowd, and then just you on stage, and then you have to pull it off. I mean, didn't you piss your pants?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. A little bit came out. No, I think the good thing about just playing guitar, man, is like if you fuck up, it's your fault. It's grand. If you fuck up, then you just fuck up twice and call it jazz. Pretty much. But pretty much, that gig is mental. That's one of these places that you want to play when you're a kid. If you're like into sports, or if you're into music, like it's these kind of places that you're like, this is it. This is like.
But then when it finally happens, isn't it scary?
I can't remember any of it.
Really?
At all. Because I was just looking out. I was like, the whole time. I was just like, because it looks like Queen. You ever see Queen Wembley? It's like that. It's insane. Like I don't think my brain could even take it. I got off stage and I was like, that really just happened? It did. Okay, I had to watch a YouTube video to make sure. Like, it was insane. So.
What did your friends say? I mean, of course they saw that. I mean, they must be so fucking proud of you.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Like my mates they're awesome. Anyway, they come to all the gigs, But this is so cool to get to do that. My mate Craig, who comes on tour with me a lot here, he I told him to get on because same thing happened at Pink Pop and Rock Virtue. He got on stage because he's a singer too, and he sound checked my guitar and the vocal, and it's like every time he does it at Rock Virtue, he did it. And there was about 10,000 people in the tent or something crazy like that before, and he was like, I don't want to do it, dude. I don't want to do it. I was like, do it. And I was talking to the mic backstage. I was like, dude, do a bit of Bruce Springsteen or something. Do something like that. And he did it, and everybody in the crowd was like, yeah. And he was like, fucking awesome. So like in Croke Park, he did the same thing. It was pretty cool.
Hey, you're also famous for doing great covers. I saw the Drake cover, which is great. I thought it was better than the original, actually.
Thank you very much.
I think a lot of people did.
That's nice. I love the original. I just love you used to. I think Drake is awesome. But thank you very much. That's nice.
Maybe you should cover Kanye as well.
Oh, his new stuff is cool. Real
You
Friends.
like that stuff?
Real Friends. I've heard Real Friends. I think that's a tune. It's kind of going back to slightly college dropout days. Not as much, because I love college dropout.
This interview's over, man.
You don't like it. You gotta like his old stuff, though.
Yeah.
He's
well,
gonna be.
Well, I mean, you have to look through all the bullshit, and it shouldn't be about the bullshit. It should be about the music, I think.
Music speaks for itself, though.
Well, I mean, after you saw the Glastonbury gig where he thought he was better than Freddie Mercury, that's it. I mean, that was the end.
Can't deal with that. Can't say that. Nobody can say that.
76% more influential than I forgot who.
I can't do that, man. Freddie Mercury is a dude.
Exactly.
Even Freddie Mercury can't say he's better than Freddie Mercury.
And that brings me to, because you started off with Queen playing Wembley. Would you ever cover a Queen song? Because I know your voice could handle it, probably, right?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of one of these things you don't do. Queen.
Really?
I don't know. I'm kind of weary sometimes doing covers, like because you don't want to spark off. I wouldn't want to do a Queen cover unless it was in a pub and I was doing Bohemian Rhapsody and it was a lot of fun. It was like, I feel like those hello, what the whopper, man, y'all boot, you know, be kind of fun. But yeah, Freddie Mercury's just too epic, you know.
It is. I had an interview with a guy a couple of weeks ago, and I said,
some things don't need to be touched. Some things you just don't need to touch, really, song-wise.
maybe even, but I mean, there's a big lack of great voices, I think, right now, because everything's so machine. And I mean, put it through GarageBand, and even I have a great voice, you know.
You got a beautiful voice, man. I can tell.
Well, my rap voice is fantastic, but my Freddie Mercury impersonation is really shitty.
Oh, really? So is mine, man. Mine sucks. It's so bad, man. I did. I think that it sucks, man. I love it. I'm good at the whole mic stand, whole thing, you know. But
Hey, your tattoos, before we go. Can we see them? What's on it, and what's the story behind it? Because our cameraman has to really take a shot of this.
this tattoo is Counting Crows, like Counting Crows. It's colorblind, so I'm colorblind, coffee black, and I go away put me up from inside radio fan. And it does look like it says jam. You know, so I'm not over ecstatic about the fact that it says jam. So usually I wear it here, so you can't see it that much. But yeah, it totally says jam. But I'm gonna get that fixed. I found a guy today in Starbucks that is gonna help me when I get to Germany, and he runs a tattoo parlor in Germany. So I'm gonna be like, dude, I got his card, and he's like, I know how to fix that.
So you're gonna get it with a German accent now. I am the
Like ich bin colorblind. I think that's right. Is that right? I don't know. But yeah. So it's gonna be.
Any other one?
Dream as if you live forever, live as if you'll die today. So it's a James Dean quote. I quite like it.
Love it.
That's a nice quote, you know. Like that. I had a.
Does it work for you? I mean, is that really something that you live by?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it was, you know, it was a poster in my room for years, and I just looked at it all the time. I was like, that's lovely. It's a nice way of looking at life, innit? But yeah, I like it. It does go on longer. It dances if like I think it goes on a lot longer. But
You're joking about it, but I mean, you made it. I mean, you had hardship, you had tough times, you survived, which is basically already something which is a thing, because a lot of people don't. You do your own stuff, and you are successful.
yeah, everything's great, man. It was something I wouldn't really expect. I find myself very lucky. I work very hard, but sometimes you work very hard and nothing happens. So I did work very hard, and it's starting. I've got a long way to go. But because the world is a massive place. But you know, I'm just chuffed that I get to do this now and as a living and just enjoy it every day. It's great.
One piece of advice from you to people who are playing their guitar right now. They want to be the next Ed Sheeran, or they want to be the next you, or they want to be the next, I don't know, Kanye. What's your advice to them?
I don't know. Be the next like. I'm really bad at advice. I don't know, be the next like you. Like, just be yourself. You know, be yourself. I don't know, man. The one thing, you know, yeah, pretty much. Like, don't try to be anybody else. I think the best way I think of actually getting your chops and like learning how to do things right and learn how to sing and learn how to play is just gig as much gigs as possible. Whether it's in a coffee shop, whether it's in a bar, whether it's anywhere. Wembley, you know, that comes like everybody does that like at least 6 times a year. You know, no, I'm joking. But like, pretty much like it's just gig, man. I think that's the most important thing to do, and that will definitely get your chops because you can't jump into something straight away and be like, oh. It takes a lot of hard work, unless you're one of the lucky people that go.
We've got to wrap this up because your record company is almost kicking me out, but I have a couple of more questions. What I loved is, I think it's maybe an Instagram or small video you did for social media where you're listening to Nervous for the first time, you're listening on the radio, and you were in a car. I love that, man. I mean, it must be magic to hear your own music when you're in a car.
Yeah, it's mental. Like, it's been I never hear it, ever. Like, people tweet about it, I'm like, oh, shit. Check it out. I try to like get the podcast and stuff like that. But no, every time it happens in the car, like I'm usually with some of the lads back home or something like that, and I'm just like, what? And it's like 10 seconds of like excitement. And then I'm like, I don't really like listening to myself, so I change it. It's like listening to yourself, like, you know, when you talk. I don't like hearing myself talk. It's like listening to yourself singing. It's just like you pick out all the bad bits. But yeah, when that happens at home, it's pretty sweet. And that song "Nervous" had only been released, so it was cool to finally hear that on the radio. And I was kind of freaking out.
You're playing the Electric Picnic in Ireland. What a fantastic lineup, man.
Oh man, it's epic. I can't wait to do it, yeah. It's going to be sick. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be insane. I can't wait for the rest of the lineup to be announced as well.
Another thing you're playing in the Barn of the Farm, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Barn of the Farm.
And you're playing with Oh Wonder, and you know those guys, right?
Oh Wonder are great. Yeah, they're awesome, man. Oh Wonder, and it was Jack Garrett's doing it. He's heard him. He's amazing, awesome beard. So I can't wait to do that. And Frances, she's great as well. She's another ginger. A lot of gingers. Jack Garrett's ginger. Frances is ginger. I'm ginger.
So it's the Ginger Barn.
Pretty much the gingerest barn that there's ever going to be of a barn. So I cannot wait. It's one of the festivals I've always wanted to play too.
My friend, he's from England, and he says always, if somebody makes a joke about gingers, he say, chances are they are way more intelligent than you. And then everybody shuts up.
Yeah. Oh, see, I can slag myself more than anybody can slag me. So like I can say as many bad things about myself as, you know.
Thanks so much for your time. When will you be back? Because you're playing the Paradiso over here in Amsterdam in June, which is a fantastic gig.
Yeah. Oh no, I think when is it? Is it in June? April 10th. April 10th, and that's in Paradiso, and then we're doing the first somewhere else in April, and the 8th. We're in the Hague, and we're in Haarlem.
So more festivals in Europe?
Yeah, I don't know exactly which ones we're doing. I know that the only ones that I know is the English one and Electric Picnic, but I don't think anything's set in stone yet. So hopefully we'll be doing a few. And I'm doing C sessions as well.
You're getting back to the States?
Yes, I'm going back on Sunday.
Where are you going?
I'm going to San Francisco, and I'm going to be around for about 3 weeks.
Are you going to South by Southwest?
No, I might be. I'm not playing, but I'm going to go.
If you're there, we have to meet up.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, are you staying there for the whole thing? 20th? Yeah. Cool. I'm going to probably be there.
You're on, man. Cheers, thanks a lot. We're out of here.